Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the Sports Talk Network channel. Specifically, welcome here to Steve's Wrestle and Ramble. Steve's Wrestling and Ramble here for the Thursday episode for this week. Talking about WWE news, going over Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live. Though I do my reviews each and every week on Monday nights and Tuesday nights after the shows do end there accordingly. 3 over Raw, 2 over SmackDown Live. We're going to check them out, especially Tuesday's episode with my rant about the top 10 list. I guess I'll go over the shows more in depth, or at least a little bit in a segment, or otherwise we'll see you for the Raw and SmackDown, going over it again here on this show. If any of my team members do join, welcome to share their thoughts on that, on Royal Rumble, and anything else that they want to bring up and speak of that they haven't been able to in the past weeks. Since the Rumble prediction episode where they talked about the pay-per-view and predicting it heading into the grand event that is the Royal Rumble. So, let's start here talking about Monday Night Raw again, and just quickly with the quick hits of everything that did happen. Roman Reigns defeating Bray Wyatt to qualify for the Men's Elimination Chamber match. Finn Balor and Carl Anderson defeating the Revival. Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali defeating Drew Gulak and Tony Nese in a tag team match of the Cruiserweight division. Raw General Manager Kurt Angle announces the competitors for the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. Asuka defeats Bayley. Intercontinental Champion The Miz defeats Apollo Crews to qualify for the Men's Elimination Chamber match. And the Raw Tag Team Champions, Cesaro and Sheamus defeats Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns via disqualification. Nia Jax defeats Vanessa Floyd, who seemed pretty cool. Mickie James defeats Sonya Deville. And Elias defeats Johnson and Braun Strowman to earn the number 6 entry position in the Men's Elimination Chamber match, meaning he gets to leave his pod in the chamber last. So there you go. Exactly. So that is the Monday Night Raw. Because I did on the Raw review, more so now, with it being a couple of days removed from it. Roman Reigns defeating Bray Wyatt. That was expected. That's why it was a good thing it wasn't main eventing. Finn Balor and Carl Anderson defeating the Revival. What does this mean more for the Revival than Balor and Anderson? Are we going to have Revival against the Club at WrestleMania in a match? I'm not saying that would be bad. It's just I would think they have something better for Finn Balor specifically. And if you want to have the Club, have Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows facing the Revival as the Club, representing the Club, or Balor Club, or whatever, facing the Revival at WrestleMania. Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali defeating Drew Gulak and Tony Nese. Cruiserweight tag team match. We've seen that all the time. I still say they need to, if they want to survive, they want to do better. If they want to be something in the Cruiserweight division, 205 Live, be in their home. That's where they should be and stay. I think they can really do something there. And with the news of the WWE having Triple H garner more and more power within the main roster talent, with the Cruiserweight division, with 205 Live and everything in aspect there, I think that would definitely help, specifically with the Cruiserweight division, to be stronger and better. Because I think it can be. They have talented superstars over there. They just need to get their stuff straight and get things dressed and everything correct, and to really show the audience in the WWE universe that they care and they want it to be successful. They're not just making them out here. It's not just being bad. Like, I don't know, the ECW thing they tried to do back in the day. Raw General Manager Kurt Angle announcing the competitors for the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. And then the rest of the field, first, you already know Alexa Bliss is in the match because the title will be on the line in the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match, of course. And the other competitors, the challengers, will be Bayley, Sasha Banks, Mickie James, not Nia Jax, but Mickie James, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. And the other, being Nia Jax, they decided to change it up because, I don't know, because on Reddit it was, or what thought to be spoiled, a photo of the graphic of the match having Nia Jax part of it, whether that was fake or otherwise. Nia Jax will be facing Asuka at the pay-per-view in a one-on-one match. If Nia Jax wins, she'll be added to the women's title match at WrestleMania no matter who else is in it. But again, WWE, what the heck is wrong with you in not understanding or figuring your booking or understanding how you even give it to the WWE universe of that with Asuka winning the Royal Rumble, she can pick whoever she wants to face as champion. It's not automatic like I thought and assumed. Leaving Royal Rumble pay-per-view event that Asuka would have to face Little Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, Raw Women's Champion. That she could actually choose Charlotte Flair. Does WWE forget this? Or is WWE trying to do this to try to make it a swerve that she chooses Charlotte Flair, even though most of the universe knows that that option's been there? You only confused us, then guided us and swerved us. Rolling us into a false sense of reality or false sense of security, and then bing, bang, boom, do the twist, do the plot twist, so to speak, in TV terms, soap opera terms, whatever, plot twist, and have us choose Charlotte Flair. But then again, she will Charlotte Flair be the champion. Carmella could cash in at any point, any SmackDown Live show, whatever, however. But it's interesting. You know what else is very interesting in pointing it? Alexa Bliss's promo to Kurt Angle. Speaking of Universal Champion Brock Lesnar not having to defend his Universal Championship in a chamber match. There is a men's chamber match, yes, but it's not for the Universal title. It's for the #1 contendership. Obviously, in real terms, that's because how they'll be booking the Royal Rumble, having SmackDown Live superstar win the men's Royal Rumble, facing AJ Styles. So to find a #1 contender, you have to have an elimination chamber match, and then Brock facing at WrestleMania because Brock doesn't do that many dates. So that's the reality. But here in storyline and other sense, I actually like Alexa Bliss bringing it up. I think Kurt Angle has preferential treatment and otherwise. So there you go with that big news from the WWE Hall of Famer, Kurt Angle. Asuka defeating Bayley. No, I guess not too much to say. Asuka was going to beat her. Intercontinental Champion, The Miz defeating Apollo Crews to qualify. Okay, good for him to have him in the mix. He's maybe not, to me, the most must-see. Rusev would be in WWE. Apparently how over he is, but good for him. So Sheamus successfully defending the titles against Rollins and Reigns. Kind of thought Reigns and Rollins actually were going to win. The Shield back together. Thought they would be winning the title. To be the third time Seth Rollins wins the title under a year with 3 different partners. Dean Ambrose, Jason Jordan, and then Roman Reigns. There you go. And then Nia Jax defeating a local jobber. It looks strong when she's up against Asuka. Then again, Asuka's beating her, 8 to 10 times in NXT? But Nia Jax still has to try to be that dominant force in WWE's women's division. Mickie James defeating Sonya Deville. She's having another female match. 3 women's matches here on Raw. That's actually pretty cool, using their 3-hour times in that way. But again, Mickie James have her win to show she has a chance to win the women's chamber match. Elias defeating John Cena and Braun Strowman to earn the #6 entry spot. And I even saw this on Twitter when the match was announced earlier in the night, or even before the show, when it was announced, breaking on WWE YouTube channel and otherwise social media outlets, that Elias should win because John Cena didn't need a Braun Strowman's a heavy favorite anyways. Elias, the last one, get actually a key win. And not only was it a key win, he actually pinned John Cena himself, clean pin. So, momentum that be all from Monday Night Raw. So, in all, as I said, Raw pretty good. Very good show. I certainly am looking forward to seeing how things move forward on the road to Elimination Chamber, as in a couple weeks for the Raw brand. SmackDown Live having their longer road, their pay-per-view, to their pit stop on the road to WrestleMania, on the road individually to WWE Fastlane. Again, unfortunately, my team members are not able to join me. School, work, and otherwise, they're busy. I don't know what to do so. SmackDown Live, let's move talking about that. Daniel Bryan reveals the first ever SmackDown Live top 10 list, which is a bunch of crap, but it's okay. I'll deal with it. It's just, part of the show. Part of the ambience, part of something different, trying something new, trying to have SmackDown be different from Raw in that sense. Or should I say SmackDown Live? It would be. Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan, since notification starting the show. Shane McMahon actually split out saying to Daniel Bryan that he's living vicariously through Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And then Charlotte Flair, the SmackDown Live Women's Champion, defeating Liv Morgan. Bludgeon Brothers in local competition. SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, laying down law in a promo, coming to the whole entire tag division. His own self. It's only very interesting because you have the Usos, the tag team champions, been tag team champions for a while. The New Day and that feud they had months ago. What team do we really believe will be stepping up to face the Usos? Will the Usos be facing at WrestleMania? Could it be the Bludgeon Brothers? What was it, 1 or 2 weeks ago? After the Usos hit their promo, the Bludgeon Brothers are coming out for a match. Yeah, against local competition, but having that stare down between the two tag teams, make you think and tease something there for WrestleMania. Would it be too early to have the Bludgeon Brothers in a tag team title match? Maybe. But if you have the Usos and you book them to go through the entire tag team division on SmackDown Live, the only team left is the quote-unquote new look team, the new named team. It's still the same two, but call it something else now, the Bludgeon Brothers. Have them battle for the tag team championships. United States champion Bobby Roode defeating Rusev. They're just in face-to-face. Bobby Roode getting the win. Moving on. Staying United States champion. Look forward to seeing his interest in his match. Whoever he faces at WrestleMania for the U.S. title. Shawn Benjamin and Chad Gable defeating the Ascension and tag team action. And then at the end of the show, and the main event, Daniel Bryan announced a triple threat match because the main event, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, that was supposed to have a concrete #1 contender for the WWE Championship to face the WWE Champion at Fastlane, the SmackDown Live event on the road to WrestleMania in April. No contest. And Daniel Bryan announcing that there will be a triple threat between Owens, Zayn, and Styles at Fastlane. And then it was announced on Twitter, actually earlier today, breaking news, by Shane McMahon on Twitter, saying that he's going to make this upcoming week's SmackDown Live main event, which is going to be Baron Corbin facing Dolph Ziggler, the returning Dolph Ziggler, and what a way to have him return. Doesn't even like a surprise way. He just promote him for a match. The winner of that match will be added to the match. It'll be a fatal 4-way match for Battleground, meaning it'll be Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus the champion AJ Styles versus either Baron Corbin or Dolph Ziggler to make a fatal 4-way. As a fan of Baron Corbin, I hope it to be him. We can get away from the other feuds and have him be doing bigger and better things. Being in a title match, whether or not he's going to win, whether or not he's going to be the one to be the fall guy and take the pin and be booked in that way. Be booked that way. Either way, it would be great to have him part of it. But storyline-wise, they might be going with Dolph Ziggler because why not? Really, why not? Even though I do still think that in all the end of this, he is leaving WWE when his contract does end soon after WrestleMania. I still believe that is to be the case. But on all, pretty good SmackDown. I know I harped on the SmackDown review on Tuesday night about the top 10 list because why do you have the #1 of each division, tag team, women's, and men's divisions on your top 10 list when that list is supposed to be, in the storyline and, kayfabe WWE Universe sense of Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon to use this list to give opportunities to superstars, and these are being voted by other superstars or by your peers and this and that. But do you still have your main champions high on the list? On a list that's supposed to do that? No, that's doesn't make any sense. Now, if it was a normal list, a normal top 10 list, then of course your main champions would be at the top 1 and 2, whether it being the WWE champion #1 or the women's champion #1, whatever, however it be each week. But this being a list that's supposed to generate opportunity, and you have the champions there, why no Rusev, no Baron Corbin, at least not that I remember. Heck, Dolph Ziggler, the guy who was supposed to be returning next week, getting a chance to get into the WWE Championship match at Fastlane, both of them, like their match this upcoming week will be for a spot to make it a fatal 4-way. So, I don't want to get too much on my horse about that, but it's just interesting in that sense to me. Also, tomorrow night, opening ceremony of the Olympics, so those that care, enjoy that. I know I do. I always like enjoying seeing the medal count, but and countries and otherwise. But certainly you're going to be looking forward to seeing how SmackDown Live moves forward, heading into Fastlane. Now, between Elimination Chamber and Fastlane, which one am I looking forward to the most? Elimination Chamber, multi-superstar, multi-women, multi-men, men's Elimination Chamber match, women's Elimination Chamber match, those multi-superstar matchups being what it is. I'm certainly looking forward to both of them. But those are your, at least a little bit more in-depth Raw and SmackDown Live reviews here. At some point, I might actually stop doing Raw and SmackDown Live reviews so I can actually do them just here. So I have to hear it once for those next ones. Either way, I'll keep them going now, but we'll see how much longer people want and how much I myself want to keep doing the Raw and SmackDown Live reviews on Monday night and Tuesday night, and then trying to regurgitate and maybe bring up some more points of mine, thoughts of mine of those two shows here on Thursday night. Beyond that, not too much other news and notes the WWE sense. A lot of news and notes with the NBA trade deadline. I'll actually be talking about that tomorrow in a separate video. Since there isn't a Life in Pieces episode until March 1st. For a couple of weeks here, I'll have to use separate videos to make an even number each week. So I will I'll be doing NBA trade deadline talk in my next video. So hope everybody else check that out tomorrow. Also, I'll be doing my Riverdale reviewing theories episode for this week's episode, last night's, tomorrow at some point as well. Well, have a great rest of your evening. You're welcome to leave a comment just below your thoughts on anything that I said. Your thoughts, and do you think Baron Corbin should win a Dolph Ziggler? Who do you think should make it that fatal 4-way match? But beyond that, not too much else to say here. Like I said, for actual news, NBA trade deadline overshadowing everything else that was going on there. But enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you all next week. And above all else, always, take care.